Right, so I was asked about lab 18, questions 15 and 16. So 15 was just to run a script that I give you. So here it is. We are reading in a number, so we are prompting the user to enter a number and reading it in. And what you normally read in from the command line is strings, and so then we cast it as an integer. And we do that twice, once for a starting number, once for a stopping number. Then we're going to add the numbers between those numbers. We're not doing anything fancy like making sure the second number is bigger than this first number or anything like that. Starting with the sum of 0, establish sort of an old counting style loop that starts at start, continues while the counter I is less than or equal to the stopping variable, incrementing by 1, and continually adding that counting variable I to the sum, and then printing out at the end that the numbers from start to stop is sum. So I will just run that in the ISE by clicking the green button. It asks me to save. I'm going to say what are the numbers from, adding up the numbers from 5 to 10. And then it tells me that that is 45. So then I say to, in 16, I say to adapt the script so that it takes in command line arguments. And so that is the following version. And when you're reading in arguments, you do not prompt. The user of the script understands that the input will be put in from the beginning as you invoke the program. So you are not prompted for it. So it's a slightly different way in which the data gets into. And you use this built-in args array. And so $args will be the arguments on the command line. One thing is that we're going to enter the data on the command line as we're calling the script. So I'm not going to use this green arrow approach. I'm going to call the function. I must be where the function is located to call it. It's not, I don't have it in a location where the, there's a environment variable called path, which specifies the places that the computer will look for code that it can run. I don't have it in one of those places. I just have it in my main user Blum's documents, which is not part of path. So I have to go to the location. So I'm just going to use a simple CD, which is an alias, because the other stuff is too long. So I'm going to CD. I'll start off with $home. That will get me to users Blum, and then I'm going to CD to documents. That's where I have this script. Let me check that. I'll do a dir Gauss star. And there is my Gauss arguments.ps1. So that is the name of my script. It is in the folder I am in. And so I'm going to invoke the script with a / and then the name of the script, Gauss args1.ps1. And when I'm using arguments, I put the data I want entered on the command line with the name of the script. So I'll put in the 5 and the 10 here. So not prompting for it. So if I ask on a test, say in 2 weeks, to prompt the user, then I want you to use the read. If I ask you for a command line argument, then I want you to be working with args. And then just enter. So that's the difference in these two scripts. Read host is bringing prompts for the data and brings it in. So the program starts to run, and then the user enters the data when prompted for it. Whereas in the argument approach, the data is entered on the same line as the invoking of the script.